afternoon. This is the news update on Dominion Television Ibadan. I'm Oluwayemi Adelakun. Nigeria's Federal Executive Council has approved the demolition and full reconstruction of the Cat Bridge. Minister of Works David Umahi announced the decision after a cabinet meeting chaired by President Bola Tinubu in Abuja. Umahi said the council also approved 5.6 billion naira for the engagement of specialized engineering consultant to design the new bridge and determine the project cost. He explained that structural assessments show the bridge can no longer be rehabilitated and must be completely rebuilt. The minister added that the council also approved 6 other major infrastructure projects across the country. The federal government has placed a 6-year suspension on the creation of new universities, polytechnics and colleges of education in the country. The decision was taken at the Federal Executive Council meeting chaired by President Bola Tinubu. Minister of Education Tuji Alausa said the move is aimed at strengthening standards and ensuring the sustainability of existing institutions. He said more than 2.3 million candidates applied for university admission last year, but fewer than 228,000 gained admission into public universities. The council also restored the National Commission for Mass Literacy, Adult and Non-Formal Education to full independent status. Chief of Army Staff YD Shaibu has assured residents of improved security in Benue State following recent bandit attacks. Shaibu made the remarks during his maiden operational visit to army formations in Makurdi, revealing that additional troops have been deployed to reinforce ongoing military operations and bolster security efforts across the state. The Army Chief said the visit was aimed at assessing operational preparedness and ensuring that formations are strategically positioned to respond effectively to security challenges. Shaibu also assured personnel that their welfare would remain a top priority under his leadership, urging them to remain disciplined, alert, and committed to lawful directives to strengthen national security. The Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, has taken over the prosecution of former AGF Abubakar Malami and his son, Abdulaziz Malami, over alleged terrorism-related offences and unlawful possession of firearms. At the Federal High Court in Abuja, the Director of Public Prosecutions, Rotimi Oyedepo, told the court that the case file had been transferred from the Department of State Services to the Attorney General's office. He requested a short adjournment to allow the prosecution review the file and take a decision on the matter. Counsel to the defendant, Adedayo Adeteji, did not oppose the request, but asked the court to strike out the case if the prosecution fails to begin hearing on the next adjourned date. Medical services at University College Hospital have been disrupted following a 5-day warning strike by resident doctors over prolonged and inadequate electricity supply. The doctors said the persistent power outages are affecting healthcare delivery, medical training and patient care at the tertiary institution. Our correspondent Damilola Daudu reports.
On the development, the president of the Association of Resident Doctors at the University College Hospital, Ibadan, Dr. Uthman Adediji, said the problem began in 2024 when the hospital experienced about 102 days of blackout after it was disconnected by the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company over alleged unpaid debts. He explained that although power was later restored after the intervention of the Federal Ministry of Power, electricity supply has since been limited to between 6 and 8 hours daily. Dr. Adediji noted that while supply later improved to about 10 hours a day, it is still not enough for a large tertiary hospital like UCH. He added that the unstable power supply has led to cancelled surgeries, disruption of lectures and resident training, and delays in laboratory tests. According to him, some patients have also been turned away because of operational challenges.
This problem stemmed back to more than a year ago, precisely in 2024, when we had 102 days of darkness, total darkness in the hospital. At the time, the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company mentioned that UCH has not been fulfilling our obligations of payment, and so we had a lot of accrued debts. So at that time, they disconnected UCH from the grid. Very surprising, we as an association, as a union, we decided to own the situation.
The association also said water supply in parts of the hospital and staff quarters have been rationed. It further alleged that some residents who are expected to benefit from Band A electricity supply are not receiving it despite paying higher tariffs. Also speaking, the General Secretary of the Association of Resident Doctors, University College Hospital Ibadan, Mary Awodiji, said the strike affects both the professional duties and personal lives of doctors. She explained that as a teaching hospital, cancelled surgeries and delayed laboratory results could have serious consequences for healthcare delivery in the country.
This has also impeded patient safety as well as professional safety. We don't have enough patients to carry on with our trainings. Procedures are getting longer than they should, and then even investigations that needed to be done are not being carried out as at when due.
The 5-day warning strike is expected to end on Friday, with resident doctors scheduled to resume work by Monday, while discussions continue among relevant stakeholders to resolve the electricity supply challenges. Damilola Daudu reporting for Dominion News.
On the foreign scene, rebels in Ethiopia's Tigray region have said they fear the federal government may be preparing for another war. Leaders of the Tigray People Liberation Front say Ethiopian troops and military equipment have been deployed at several locations along the regional border. Tigray emerged from a 2-year civil war in 2022 that saw federal forces backed by militias and Eritrean troops clash with agrarian fighters. The conflict is estimated to have claimed at least 600,000 lives. The conflict between Israel and Iran has entered its 6th day, with both sides launching fresh attacks. Israeli forces targeted locations across Iran and Lebanon, with explosions reported in Tehran, while Iranian forces carried out attacks in Israel. Air raid sirens sounded in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem as strikes were intercepted. Explosions were also reported across Qatar and Bahrain. Azerbaijan said it was struck by 2 Iranian drones, and a tanker in the northern Gulf was damaged in an attack claimed by Iran on a U.S. vessel. Meanwhile, the UK government first evacuation flight from Oman for citizens in the region has been delayed due to a technical issue. Passengers describe the situation as a total farce. Talking sport, president of Turkish club Galatasaray, Dursun Özbek, has denied claims that the club owes Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen and other players outstanding salaries. Özbek described the reports as misleading, insisting that the club has met all financial obligations in line with players' contract. According to him, Galatasaray remains financially disciplined despite the scrutiny that often follows high-profile signings and a demanding season in both domestic competitions and European tournament. He maintained that players will not continue to perform if salaries were unpaid, stressing that the club has not defaulted on any payment. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcasts, and X at Dominion Cast. And hence the news update on Dominion Television. I'm Oluwayemi Adelakun saying thank you for watching and good afternoon.